This Latina got another Latino fired at Target, and you're not going to believe why.
La discriminación de esa señora, mire. Pues Sara se llama. Sara. Y no me deja salir, no me deja salir. No me deja salir.
She was upset because he initially spoke to her in English. But somewhere along the way, as it always happens, she starts to speak Spanish to him, and then he mispronounces her name. Her name is Sara. But she didn't like it the way he said it. That's because she said she wanted her name to be pronounced Sarah, not Sara. Don't get it twisted. That's it. That's the end of the story. I know, right? This poor man lost his job because he refused to pronounce her name as Sarah. Who worries that much about whether a Latino is going to pronounce her American name, give it an English pronunciation? Who worries about things like that? Anyway, she called security, and security filed a complaint with his company, and the company fired him. He was just a truck driver delivering a couple of pallets to Target. That's it. You know, one of those guys that just sign here and they go on their merry way? Yeah. But she was convinced that he spoke English and that he should not pronounce her name Sara, but rather Sarah. Really, Sara? We're going to worry about things like that? This man lost his job because of your name? Sara? Sarita? Sara, you're spending way too much time at Target. You need to go touch some grass.
This Latina woman got another Latino fired from his job just because he didn't pronounce her name the way she wanted. So both of them are Latinos, right? According to the backstory, they were actually having this conversation in the Latin language. I don't know if it was Spanish or, so they were discussing and they were speaking language. So all of a sudden the guy said Sarah instead of Sarah, right? And she said, no, my name is Sarah, not Sarah. Okay, you guys already understand how these tongues work. Accents are different. We all have different accents. And because you have been living in the US for years or you were born there, it can change the way you speak because you have always been there. Now, for someone who just came in from, came newly, they might still be speaking the same, have the same tongue and all that. So it will be so hard for them to really change, except they take time, right? Some people never change for 20 years. They still have the same accent. Anyway, I have some other clips, which I'm just going to let you, because a lot of Latinos came out for this lady because this guy was actually laid off from his job afterwards, after the hearing. So a lot of Latinos came up and was, calling out this lady. A lot of them were speaking Latin. Okay, they were speaking the Latino language, the language, Hispanics. So I'm just going to let the videos roll, then we'll come back and talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you can hear Latino, please also let me know what they said, because I was looking for people that spoke English, just 1 or 2 persons, but other people were speaking the Hispanic language. Anyway, I'm just going to let the video roll. Then if you hear anything, don't forget to tell your girl. Let's go, and credit to all creators on this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
He's saying that I need to speak perfect Spanish because my raíces are, he claims
¿Quién es el manager?
I speak perfect Spanish, and I don't, unfortunately.
Yo tengo todo grabado que ella me discriminó porque yo no hablo inglés, yo hablo lo básico. Yo le dije, ¿me puede abrir la puerta? No hablo español. Yo, open the door. Si hablas inglés, me dice, yo no hablo inglés, yo soy argentino, yo no hablo inglés, yo soy argentina, no soy de acá, soy hispano, y me quiero ir y ella me está exigiendo que me largue por ahí. ¿Cómo me voy a bajar por ese costado? Yo voy a presentar cargo. Lamento, señora, pero yo voy a presentar cargo por la discriminación que usted está haciendo conmigo, ¿sabe? Así que espero que esté preparado con un abogado. Espero que tenga buen abogado. Espero que tenga buen abogado. Espero que tenga buen abogado. No me quiere dejar. Ya dejé las 2 palas ahí y me está discriminando porque no hablo inglés. Qué vergüenza.
¿Tienes el nombre de su compañía y el número?
No tengo número de compañía, tengo mi nombre de este. Ahí están los papeles. Estos son los papeles, ahí sale toda la información. Yo no tengo que darle nada, así está. Ahí están los papeles, así que. Sí, ahí están, mire, señor. Acá tienen los papeles. Ahí están los papeles.
No. ¿Cuál? ¿Me puedes hacer el papel?
Acá están los papeles. Esos que están ahí, ajá.
Yeah, this doesn't have his number on it. This is the Starbucks number.
So apparently this guy came to, those people that used to drive truck inside Target to go and deliver something, right? I think he's not really just a full-time employee. He's a vendor who comes in to drop something, you get. So this guy drove his truck to go drop something. Just because of that, him not being able to pronounce her name the way she wanted, she locked him in there. Like literally locked him in there and said, okay, you have to open the door. If you say you keep calling my name that way, you're being disrespectful and all that. And trust me, that guy didn't stop. He kept pronouncing the name and also kept speaking the language, even when she said she doesn't hear him. But remember, I heard they were having a conversation prior to that, because I checked the comment section and they said they were actually having a conversation, people that can hear them. Okay, all of a sudden, what happened is just because he couldn't say Sarah, but said Sarah.
Trabajadora de Target.
English, you said open the door.
Esto es lo básico.
Sí habla inglés.
No,
Es mentiroso.
no mentiroso, yo
Usted
no
es
hablo inglés.
mentiroso.
No, yo hablo lo básico.
Pero ella habla español.
Discriminación, discriminación.
Este es el puro ejemplo de personas, porque ahí claramente se ve en el video que esta señora habla bien el español, pero ella quería que el muchacho, el trailero, le hablara en inglés simplemente porque ella quería y le daba su gana. Y así como ella, hay muchas personas, cuando tú vas a muchos lugares, que hablan español y hay personas que no hablan inglés, porque yo lo he vivido con otras personas que le he tenido que traducir porque las otras personas realmente no entienden nada de inglés y son hispanos. Son personas hispanas que hablan español y no le da su gana de hablar inglés, o simplemente porque la otra persona le cae mal y quieren lucirse. Como ella, hay miles en este país. Pero nada, me alegro que el video se haya hecho viral y que todo el mundo pues haya visto a esta señora en la forma que ella se puso con el muchacho, que realmente no había motivo para que ella actuara de esa manera. Pero nada, me gustaría leerte en los comentarios qué tú opinas sobre esta situación.
As if I needed more reasons not to go to Target. Familia, meet Sarah from Colorado. Sarah? That's relevant. La persona que está grabando says her name in Spanish. No habla mucho inglés. And this happened.
Un vendedor, please, ya dije 2 pallets y la señora no me deja salir.
Can you come to the back of receiving to help me out with the uncompliant vendor?
Compliant. Why is he compliant?
Es discriminación, es discriminación, es discriminación. Yo no hablo mucho inglés, yo no hablo inglés.
You're a liar.
Yo no hablo
You
inglés.
just spoke English.
Yo
You
no
said
hablo.
open the door.
Pero eso es lo básico.
Sí habla inglés.
No.
Es mentiroso.
No, mentiroso,
Usted
yo no
es
hablo inglés.
mentiroso.
No, yo hablo lo básico.
Usted es mentiroso.
Discriminación, discriminación. ¿Cómo es Sara se llama?
Sarah.
Y no me deja salir, no me deja salir. No me deja salir. Y me está discriminando.
What's your company name?
Me está discriminando. Yo no sé por qué me discrimina. Yo no sé por qué me discrimina, no entiendo.
Apparently he lost his job after this.
¿Qué es el nombre de tu compañía?
¿Me deja salir, por favor?
No. ¿Qué es el nombre de tu compañía?
That's false imprisonment.
Dame la información that I'm asking you to give me.
Won't let him leave.
Give me the name of the number.
Ya dejé la orden ahí, no me deja ir la señora. Se llama Sara.
Why should I become the
My
victim?
name is Sarah. My name is Sarah. My mom was born in Colorado.
Qué bien lo que
If I don't speak Spanish perfectly, you have a problem.
When did
with
that?
it.
When did
I
he say
don't
that?
understand.
When did that happen?
I can't speak English fluently.
That's your
I
fragility.
was born in Mexico. My dad wasn't born in Mexico. My mom
He's
wasn't
just trying to
born in
leave.
Mexico. Why are you mad that I can't speak Spanish perfectly?
Wow.
What's your problem?
The person that recorded the video said that he lost his job over this. Let's be clear about something. You can't just hold somebody and not let them leave the way that she did. He's not posing a danger to her. Sure, she can be annoyed that he's not saying the name right. Pero el berrinche que hizo al final with the whole my parents were born here, I think it says that this is much more about her and her fragility than about the man recording. Pero familia, let me know, what do you all think about this?
If you guys would be angry for this reason, what are we now going to do when people come to Africa and call our native name in another way? Like you call it other way instead of calling it the way it's being pronounced. Okay, so if you come to if you travel to abroad, okay, as an African, most times when we travel, you see people calling our native name another way, okay, instead of the way it's pronounced. Okay, I've heard people call me other names, like maybe they heard my parents or call me my native name, because I just go by the name Princess. That's my English name, by the way. What I'm saying is that I've heard people maybe kind of, because I've lived in different countries, so they now hear my parents call me a particular name, or my siblings, and before you know it, they start pronouncing that name wrongly, and it doesn't get to me. Like, why will I be angry? Why exactly will I be angry? I just smile over it, because you're making an effort, right? For this guy, I feel that it's his accent. He cannot change. Like, it's so hard. Even in my country, we have how many languages again? Yet, we still have people who pronounce our names. Like, when they want to call my Igbo name in Nigeria, the way they call my name is so... I don't even know how to say it. They just call it somehow. And you'll be like, please don't murder my name. Even when they want to call my surname, they just kind of say it somehow. Do you get? It's like that. It's their tongue. It cannot change. And even here, when I went to Uganda, Sarah is being pronounced as Sarah. Okay, I saw a lot of people calling Sarah instead of Sarah. Although this particular family are from South Sudanese, so the one of the younger daughters is called Sarah, and me, I was calling Sarah because I'm used to Sarah, right? And yeah, they didn't get offended. At some point, I'll just feel like calling Sarah. Okay, it gets to my mouth and I call Sarah instead of Sarah. Why? Most times it just like Sarah comes out of my mouth, right? It's just something that I'm used to, and other people might also be used to it. And now she has led to the job loss of this particular guy. I hope she sleeps well at night, right? I hope she sleeps well at night and like, okay, I got someone fired, right? I hope she's actually okay. But you guys, let me know. Will you get angry if somebody calls you a name that is not like didn't pronounce your name right? Will you get mad at the point of making that person lose their job? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not. I'm really sweating. It's very hot here. Please drop your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Bye guys.